Heyo guys, and welcome to my channel. I was asked to do a video about the dragons and the dragon masters, where to use them and when. So you always have the option to check the dragon skills in here. For example, if you press the dragon you want anything to know about, you can press the skills at the bottom here. And then we have the skill deals 5250 damage plus 350% damage to all enemies. Damage depends on the team's average attack. Causes enemies to receive 525 plus 50% damage for 3 turns. Damage depends on the team's average attack. So Fyro is just the damage dragon, and he will apply a dot, so a damage over time on the enemy that will tick every turn. So you will need to use this dragon if you want to do heavy damage in a short period of time. Also, he has some passive stats. Blazing increases 8% attack for all heroes when the battle begins. Then we have Ignition, increases 10% critical chance for all heroes when the battle begins. Exploding increases 20% critical damage for all heroes when battle begins. And Scorching, whenever an ally's hit deals skill damage, deals 20% extra damage to the target. So Fyro is our damage dragon. Then we have Glacier. Dense Mist deals 450 plus 200% damage to all enemies for 10 hits. Damage depends on the team's average attack. All allies recover 43% HP. So he is a heal dragon. He is rarely used in the end game, so he is useful at the start if you don't have healers, but he won't do much later in the game. Waterfall increases 10% max HP for all heroes. Rain, whenever an ally receives healing, increases healing power by 50. Spring, all heroes gain 5% more mana. This is not bad. Trickle increases 20% healing received for all heroes. Yeah, as I said, I rarely use Glacier. I don't know when I used him the last time. So yeah, he won't be used much later. Then we have Thunder. Destructive Thunder deals 900 plus 300% damage to all enemies for 11 hits. Damage depends on the team's average attack. Paralyzes all enemies for 3 turns. Paralyzed, cannot attack, cast skill, or metagame. So this can be useful for campaign or for the Tower of Illusion, because we have many ads in here that can be really tricky, because sometimes they heal, sometimes they grant mana to the heroes here. These cats, they will grant mana to all heroes if they are full. So Thunder can be here very useful, and his damage isn't that bad. Lightning, whenever an ally's hit deals skill damage, deals 5% extra damage to the target. Rumble, whenever an ally's hit deals skill damage, has a 10% chance to increase the target's damage taken by 10%. Detonation, whenever an ally's hit deals skill damage, has a 10% chance to decrease the target's attack by 10%. Thunderbolt, whenever an ally's hit deals skill damage, has a 5% chance to paralyze the target. Paralyzed, cannot attack, cast skill, or metagame. So yeah, this is something new for me. But yeah, he is the crowd control hero. Whenever you are facing multiple enemies, you should pick Thunder. Skulo is another damage dragon, deals 1400 plus 350% damage to all enemies for 6 hits. Damage is based on the average attack of all the heroes, reduces the defense of all enemies by 20% for 3 turns. Some might say that Scalo is better than Fyro, but I have tested it and I don't made this experience. Increases 5% attack for all heroes. Whenever an ally's hit skill damage has a 50% chance to decrease the target's defense by 5%. Bloodlust, whenever an ally's hit deals skill damage, has a 50% chance to restore self HP equal to 5% of max HP. Execute, for each hit when an ally deals skill damage, there's a 50% chance to deal extra damage equal to 1% of the target's lost HP. So yeah, Scalo, a little bit comparable to Fyro, but he is reducing the defense of the enemy, so this is his most important skill. Yeah, also Drago, he will be used in the campaign most of the time. Even in the higher levels, I am using Drago the most. Holy Light deals 195 plus 220% damage to all enemies for 13 hits. So this can be relevant whenever the enemy has shields. Damage depends on the team's average attack. Shields all allies for 60% of their max HP for 3 turns. So this is huge and will do a lot of survivability for your whole team. Also, shielded teams are the meta comms right now, so even Miesencat will hit harder with Drago on her side. Loam increases 5% max HP for all heroes. Earthquake decreases all heroes' damage taken by 5%. Boulder has a 25% chance to decrease the allies' damage taken by 10% when he takes damage. Sediment shields an ally for 5% of their max HP when he takes damage. Yeah, so Drago is the campaign and Cosmos Corridor boss. Whenever you are get hit hard on, you should put Drago. Then we have the Dragon Masters. Olivia will be used at the beginning of your journey at the call of NTR, but never use her then again as soon as you unlock Andre. Her skills are heals an ally with the lowest HP. The healing equals to 100 of their max HP. Increases attack by 700 plus 30% for the ally with the highest attack for 2 turns. And converts 6 Naya stones to fairy stones. Fairy stones bounce up to 3 times between enemies and deals 240% damage when matched with red stones. Yeah, this was actually something really nice. I am a bit disappointed that they hadn't add that at the higher stages of the Dragon Masters, because stones to generate stones with your Dragon Master is pretty nice. Then we have Andre deals 8,000 plus 2,000 damage to the target. So period. This is just pure damage. Can be helpful, but isn't that great at all. Increases critical chance by 34% and critical damage by 85% for all allies for 2 turns. So this is nice if you are playing the Tournament of Valor. You can pick Andre here. Deals 6,500 plus 1,300% damage to all the enemies and increases all allies' attack by 65% for 2 turns. This is huge as well. So Andre should be used for tournament of Whaler if you haven't unlocked these two girls here, but we will get them later. Deals 600% damage and damage equal to 20% of the enemy's max HP to all enemies. Yeah, damage. Then we have deals 600% damage to all enemies and increases their attack cooldown by 1 turn, reduces their mana by 44% and inflicts frosted on them for 3 turns. Frosted reduces mana gain by 33%. Yeah, sounds great, but I think I have never used that. Converts 8 Naya stones to bomb stones. Bomb stones deals 250% damage and damage equal to 8% of the enemy's max HP to the target and enemies nearby when matched with redstones. So redstones in here, which is very nice to have, as I mentioned before. But Quentin is really not used in Tournament of Whaler, for example. He is like a campaign Dragon Master. Sterling, we have grants a shield equal to 100% of their max HP to all allies, increases their lifesteal by 70% for 3 turns. So when you have lifesteal, you should always use this skill when your heroes are low on HP, because when they are using a skill, they will get life back. And we have a shield on top of that. Deals 3,500 plus 2,500 damage to all enemies and inflicts injury effect on them for 2 turns. Injury target with injury effect takes 6,000% extra damage when taking skill damage from a stronger element. So keep in mind then, whenever you are doing a Tournament of Whaler or anything else where you are using Sterling and you don't have the stronger color, don't use this skill, because this will only affect the stronger element. Okay. Then we have deals 6,500 plus 3,000 damage to all enemies, increases the enemy's damage taken from stronger elements by 85% for 2 turns for this skill as well. So if you're playing Tournament of Whaler, for example, the boss is green and you are going in with yellow, don't choose Sterling in here, but go with Andre. If you are facing green with your red team, use Sterling. And then we have the almighty Layla, so powerful. Reduces damage dealt by 50% and increases damage taken by 50% for all enemies for 2 turns. Very, very heavy stuff. Deals 2,400 plus 1,600% damage to all enemies and grants Dragon Sleep to all allies for 1 turn. Dragon Sleep, after casting a skill, allies deal 2,400% plus 1,600% extra damage to the target and have a 25% chance to inflict intimidation for 1 turn. Intimidation can't attack, cast skill, gain or restore mana, affects all enemies. Yeah, this is very nice for campaign. Try to load up your heroes and then use this skill. Trust me, your enemy will die. Deals 2,800 plus 1,200% damage to all enemies, while increasing all allies' attack by 55% and granting them an invincible effect for 2 turns. So yeah, your heroes can't die for 2 turns. Very useful hero. Dragon Master, of course. There is a way to try them out actually. Where's the button again? I think... yeah, here. Go to Dragon Repetition on the bottom in here. And then you can press at the top here, once again. Try, and then you can try all these Dragon Masters out. So you will see what they can do. Let's just check it here once. So we are filling our heroes up here. Everybody, and then we go. Dragon Sleep. Bing, bing, bing. Then we have this one. Then we have this one. And now, watch this. Bam. And then we have Wenda. Bam, 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 bam. And then we have Ahu. Bam. Yeah. Very heavy stuff. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it to know about every dragon and dragon master. I hope I could help you. Give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done yet. Bye bye.